Imagine a conscious contact with God so strong that no matter what you are doing or not doing, that no matter what your kids are up to or not up to, and that whether you've got the person of your dreams or they're just not cooperating, that you are happy, content, and at peace. A space where everyone else's thoughts, attitudes, and actions are beautiful and exactly as they are supposed to be. Well, this is the space where I like to play. My name is Misha Z, and this is today's Bitch Slap. Join me as I shed light on the thoughts, actions, and attitudes that are causing you pain, and we train our minds to go to the capital S inner self, the joy that is waiting for us, the God within.
I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this or if I should talk about this, but I'm going to. And it is being willing to take out some of the juicy parts of an interview. So when I interviewed Krystal, she was relatively filterless, and there were a couple of things in there that I was like, maybe for the good of of some people listening, perhaps I'll chop out 15 seconds here, 15 seconds there. So maybe 30 seconds. And I didn't at first. And it was interesting because when I was a bit, burnt out and tired and took the day off, and on that Thursday night, when I'd done all that work and everything culminated in, just the emotional relief or release, or call it what you will. And, I was doing some yoga, or I can't remember what it was, some yoga. Yeah, I was doing some yoga, and that's what it was. I was doing some yoga, and I was like, God, I was a bit agitated when I was doing it. Nothing crazy, but just a little out of sorts. So I was really just trying to breathe those good yoga, long, deep breaths, that ujjayi breathing, and really just keeping God top of mind in the breath. And about 15 minutes into it was about an hour long little routine home flow. The inspiration came to me, hey, why don't you ask Krystal if you want. Yes, it was Friday, because I published the episode Friday morning. I was burnt Thursday evening from all the work culminating that night, and then the publishing of Krystal's interview, which was a lot of work. For whatever reason, that's a lot of work and an emotionally draining moment, which is really good because I love it, but it's a lot. And so Friday, I published the episode in the morning. That night, I was doing yoga pretty late, later than usual, 8:30 p.m. So I was going to get done at about 9:30, but it came to me, ask her if she wants you to edit out any of the episode, and a couple parts, or one section in particular. And that was a breakthrough for me. This is going to might sound insignificant or subtle, or I don't know what to say, but I'll go way back to my first interview. The actual first interview that I did was Lisa Randall. And I recorded it, and then I recorded Tom Kabash's. Tom Kabash's was the first one that was published, but I went to publish Lisa's because Lisa was bulking and giving me a hard time and wasn't happy. She felt too vulnerable, and I was like, I own this. Not I own it, but we spent this time. This is getting published. We can't take out the good stuff. So I went ahead and published it anyway. And if you go way back, you can listen to some of those episodes where I was going through the mental hopscotchery of being a dick and just going ahead publishing the episode. And like a week later, I was like, "Oh, by the way, Lisa, I published the episode." And she was like, "What? You bastard!" And I tried to make her feel guilty about me wanting to publish the episode, whatever. Some subversive manipulative behavior, but nonetheless, suffice it to say, whichever one of those sayings you like, I had that bitch slap moment of clarity of like, hey, Mish, you're just being an asshole. Like she's your friend. If she's uncomfortable, just don't publish it. Like, get over it. You'll be okay. And at the time, I just, I was at the beginning of the podcast and everything was mission critical. So fast forward to Krystal Kelly and generally speaking, I'm the one that controls the content. I'm the one that gets to edit the stuff out. So to have that moment of, hey, why don't you ping Krystal and see if she wants any of that, part of the conversation removed. And as soon as I had that, I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that. And then the rest of the next 45 minutes of the yoga and the rest of the night and the hot shower after and everything, I definitely had some freedom. It was a really cool moment. And I think that's progress for me. So I texted her on Saturday morning. I was like, hey, you want me to edit out some of this? And she said, let me check and whatever and da-da-da. And she's like, yeah, just take out this one line, basically. And I was like, no problem. And I actually took out a little bit more, 2 lines. Like I said, 30 seconds. But I just was like, that's growth for Misha. And I felt the growth in the moment. And it felt good and right. And not being so attached to outcomes and my ideal of the way something should be. And then having limited flexibility around that and to be open to throw caution to the wind and be like, I'll lop out the whole section if you want. She's like, no, just take out one sentence. She's actually, doesn't bother me, but I know someone it might bother. So just take it out. Done. That's what I wanted to say. I was hoping that it'd take 8 minutes, but I think we got clocked in at 7 minutes. So progress there. Very happy with that episode. It was super fun. One of the really fun parts about having Lisa's episode, that was really what was torturing me too, is that I had it up. I had the episode published. It's like, I don't know, interview or episode 11 or something like that. And then I thought it was going to be really hard to unpublish it, but it turned out it was incredibly easy. The click of a button, you just click private. And so all of a sudden, I click private, episode 11 is gone in the ether. So it goes episode 10, episode 12, or it's episode 11, episode 13. But there's a ghost episode out there. And after I did that, I was like, oh my God, that's so amazing. Like the ghost episode. And who knows, maybe one day, Lisa, love you if you're listening, Lisa. And I'm so happy that I've got a ghost episode. You're going to have to beg me to publish that episode now for your fame and glory. Anyhow, that's it. Love to all. Good night.
Thank you for spending time with me today. As someone who is committed to growth and service to this world, I so appreciate your willingness to come with me, go within, and serve our world through change. If you found value in this podcast and you know someone who can use this message, share this episode with them. Share it so our mission can be achieved one episode at a time. And of course, subscribe so you can hear more. And lastly, for more resources on what has helped me on my journey, and can help you on yours, go to belove.media/resources. That's BELOVE.media/resources. Thank you again for listening.